It is an independent campaign group that is poised to galvanize support for Mr. President through grassroots engagement. We are a well-structured organization that spans from the national executive to zonal coordinators, state coordinators, ward coordinators, and polling unit ambassadors. This, for us, we feel that if there must be any meaningful engagement and galvanizing support for Mr. President, that it must begin from the grassroots. And that is why even in our platform, we have a BOT chairman, we have patrons, we have the Director General, for which I serve, we have the Deputy Director General, we have the National Coordinator South and National Coordinator North, we have the 6 zonal coordinators forming the 6 geopolitical zones, and within even the zonal coordinators, we have the chairman of the Zonal Coordinators Forum, we have the 36 state coordinators. Within the state coordinators, we have the chairman of the State Coordinators Forum. We have local government coordinators, 774 local government coordinators. We are right now populating our ward coordinators, forming the 8,809 wards in Nigeria. And after this, we'll go into our polling unit ambassadors. The reason for this is because politics is local, and if we must get result, then it simply means that it has to be in our grassroots. Bola Tinubu is an independent campaign group that is driving support for Mr. President, bringing the policies of the government of Mr. President to the grassroots. We feel that the president cannot be everywhere. We feel that our ministers cannot be everywhere. We feel that key government appointees who are carrying out the policies of Mr. President cannot be everywhere. And that is where Bola Tinubu comes through. We educate Nigerians. We tell Nigerians what Mr. President have done, how far he has gone, and why he should be given a second term to finish strong on his mandate. The idea that the political support groups are mere noise makers, for me, is the biggest assumption I've ever heard. Politics itself is noise. But within that noise, you make sense out of it. With Bola Tinubu, as I said, is well structured. We have our plans drawn out. We are having engagement with very key stakeholders in the country, those who are controlling the policies of government. And it will be very, very unfair to refer to Bola Tinubu as one of such support groups. We have had engagement with state governors, with ministers, with senators, House of Rep members. We've had engagement with super stakeholders, businessmen, men that are controlling the economy of this country. This is because we have a path we are following. We don't just want to be seen as just a support group. We want to be seen as people who want to contribute their quota to making Nigeria great. And so I disagree with you that our political groups are mere noisemakers. They form the fulcrum of politics in Nigeria. And it is through these groups, just as I've mentioned to you, if you calculate from our ward coordinators to state coordinators to polling unit ambassadors, we already form even a voting strength that will contribute to the re-election of Mr. President. And how do you call people who have voters' card mere noisemakers? We have what we can contribute to Mr. President's re-election. And so our group is not just a noise-making group. It is a group that is built on intellectualism, a group that is built on political willpower, a group that is built on grassroots mobilization, and come 2027, we will make our impact felt. When Mr. President came on board, the very day he took over office, he took away fuel subsidy. In fact, when that news came up, a lot of us felt disappointed. We felt, this will affect government. We didn't know what Mr. President, because he had already seen it before us, we didn't know that this would change the dynamics in our economic plan. I feel that Mr. President, from day one when he took over office, he knew the direction he was going with his government. And that is why even on Independence Day, when he was giving his Independence Day speech, he mentioned 12 key economic indices that he has followed and achieved successfully. If you remember, before Tinubu came on board, Nigeria were producing 3.2 million barrels per day in our fuel production. But immediately Tinubu came on board. Right now, we're talking about 4.26 million barrels per day. This is an improvement. Before Tinubu came on board, we were importing, but right now we are exporting, and this, of course, has strengthened our currency. Then you talk about even the unification of the dollar exchange rate. You talk about encouraging local investors like the Dangote refineries and all that. You talk about the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, the Badagry-Sokoto Expressway that will, when completed, will help to, solve the issue of transportation, thereby building strong ties with our economic roadmap. So I feel that the Tinubu administration, economic-wise, has achieved a lot. And that is why you could see the development. December period like this, there are no fuel queues. Rice from 120,000, we are buying rice at 60,000, 50,000. Somebody just bought rice yesterday, half kg, 30,000 naira. I was surprised. You go to the market, you can buy oil very cheap and all that. So we are getting to a point. And just today, I even saw that even in my own primary state there, somebody was posting that people should go and receive money from the conditional cash transfer that Mr. President has given. This is just to leverage on, to give our people hope that a renewed hope agenda will truly come to pass when we are patient enough. So I feel Mr. President has done well economic-wise. Thank you very much for this question. The role young people will play in Forward Bola Tinubu, for me, has already been answered through the leadership. As a young man, the leaders of Forward Bola Tinubu are giving me their support to lead the platform. We have very core politicians who have served government and serving government in their different capacities. But they didn't look at just their experience. They are just giving me their support as a young person to push this group. And I feel that through me, Forward Bola Tinubu is giving young people that opportunity, that platform, to showcase their talent and their capacity as politicians. The media has always been our partners. This is because we feel that the media can make or mar any individual. And that is why the media will always collaborate and build a stronger synergy with the media to, let Nigerians understand what we are doing, see from their own perspective and our own perspective that it is not just about President Bola Tinubu, but about making sure that Nigeria is great again. Thank you so much. I feel that there is great support. People from the South Side are supporting Mr. President, not just South South, people from the Southern extraction. As you may know, we are having our Southern endorsement rally for Mr. President, comprising of the 17 Southern states. We equally have our Northern endorsement rally, but we are beginning from the South because there's a maxim that says that charity begins at home. And so, the South has been supporting us. We have consulted with governors from the South. You may recall that some months back, we were in Cross River State and we were warmly welcomed by the governor of Cross River State, who gave us a very warm reception, all in building to this Southern endorsement rally that is scheduled for 29th of January 2026. So the South is supporting Mr. President wholeheartedly. And I know that the governor of Cross River State and the governors within the Southern states will give us the support to mobilize and come to tell Mr. President, thank you for what he's doing for the people of the South and Nigeria as a whole. So we are receiving that support. And Mr. President is greatly loved by the people of the South, not just South-South. What is the change of leadership? Who are those asking for change of leadership? What are we talking about change of leadership? You look at those who are asking for change are the old stock, the same politicians who feel disgruntled simply because they are not eating from the national cake any longer. You saw it on social media where a former Speaker of the House of Assembly, two-time governor of Rivers State, two-time minister, two-time Director General will come on media and say that he's hungry. Hungry because just for 2 years, he's not been in government to eat from the national cake. Those who are asking for change are no better. The issue is when you want to kill a dog, you give it a bad name. That's what is happening. They know that Mr. President is good. They know that Mr. President has a plan for Nigeria. They know that Mr. President will succeed. And so they just want to use the media and all available means to discredit what Mr. President is doing. For who to take over? Who wants to actually take over? Look at the people who wants to come out. Keep them side by side with Mr. President. And you go for President Tinubu 100 times. So I don't think there's any change. It's only noisemakers. And by February 2027, Mr. President will coast to victory very clearly, even more than when he did in 2023. So I don't think we have any problem with them. There is no change. There is nobody that is leading any front. Is it an Atiku that wants to take over, or a Peter Obi? I don't want to mention names, but there is no change there. Mr. President is solid, and we are solidly behind him. And come February 2027, we will deliver Mr. President squarely. I'm not a fan of religion. I believe in capacity. I believe in the content of one's character, and that should form the basis for governance process. It shouldn't be because you are black, you are yellow. When the terrorists are coming to destroy, they don't ask where you are from, where you worship, if you're a Muslim or a Christian. They just go, if kidnappers are kidnapping, they don't ask those questions. So I feel that Nigeria should be talking about how we move forward with what President Tinubu is laying on ground. I understand that Nigeria is a multifaceted country with, multifaceted religion. And so when you put everything on the basis of Christian, Muslim, then what will happen to African traditional religion? What will happen to atheists? What will happen to other religions? So we shouldn't focus our strength on Christian, Muslim. Rather, it should be on who can lead, who can deliver, who has the capacity, who loves Nigeria. It must have to be Nigeria first. And that is why if you get to Canada, once you are just landing Canada airport, the first thing you hear is, welcome to Canada. It is Canada and not about Peter, Kevin, or anyone. So we have to think Nigeria first before we talk about Muslim, Christians, atheists, or whatever. So I feel that the conversation should not be centered around Muslim ticket. I believe that Mr. President, God has given him the wisdom, the courage, and the capacity to do what is right. And come 2027, he will move in that direction according to what God directs him, and we will support him. We have one leader in Cross River State, and that is the governor of Cross River State, Apostle Senator Prince Bassi Ederutu. I'm not in the party leadership. I wouldn't know what went wrong, the allegations made by the chapter chairman and all that. And simply because I have no strong knowledge about that, I will refrain from making very deep statements or comments about that. But I think the message you should take back home is that we have one leader who is the governor of Cross River State, and whatever he directs, I feel it will be for the best interests of Cross River State and Cross Riverians. And that's all I can say about that. As you rightly said, we have been going from state to state, galvanizing support. We've not started doing campaign. It's not yet time for campaign. We're only seeking for support, talking to Nigerians that truly we are passing through some difficult times. There may be information that you are not aware of. People in the grassroots may not even be aware that Mr. President is doing a road that links Lagos to Calabar. Even from our findings and our interactions, we discovered that a lot of people are not aware. Some persons are not aware that Mr. President is paying school fee for university students. Some are not aware that Mr. President is feeding students through pocket money, I think 20, 25 or 30,000 or so. Some are not even aware there is a conditional cash transfer. Some are not aware that our state's allocation has, jacked up because of the fuel subsidy removal. Mr. President have, tripled it and all of this. So when we go state to state, we try to form this synergy with either state governors or leaders in those states so that we can have interaction with Nigerians and tell them what Mr. President is doing and what he intends to do, where he wants to take Nigeria to. We are having our challenges, and just like any other group, you have those challenges, but they are not challenges that cannot be surmounted. Challenges of, maybe coordination within places we are going to. But in all, I must give Nigerians and our leaders, state governors, a kudos because they have been giving us that warm support. Special recognition to the governor of Kebbi State, His Excellency, Governor Idris of Kebbi State. He is our grand patron and he has been giving us all the wonderful support. I want to equally thank His Excellency Senator John Owaneno. I want to thank most especially our Governor, Cross River State Governor, Senator Prince Bass Edetutu, for the warm support he has been giving us. We have been getting the support. We are not there yet, but I know that we'll get there. And that is why we are equally using this medium to, call on Nigerians to support us in supporting Mr. President to finish strong. The legacy we want to leave behind is that the notion that youths, their job is just to go on social media and type for politicians. We are trying to clean that mindset. We are building a legacy where Nigerian youths will come to understand that you can lead, you can be at the forefront to making sure or bringing about a government. The legacy we want to leave behind is that Tinubu contributed to Mr. President's re-election in 2027. And this will equally give opportunity for youth to be heard, for youth to be given opportunity in their different fields of endeavor to excel. So that's a legacy. And if that is the only legacy we will leave, where youth will be seen from a different perspective of contributing from the front line other than from behind, I think it's a good legacy for me. And that is why I'm calling on every youth to support the Tinubu 5 million endorsement rally that will be taking place on the 29th of January 2026 in Calabar, the Cross River State capital, at the UJSNS Stadium. Let us come together as youth and thank Mr. President. And permit me to make this statement. I didn't come from a family where my father had too much. He was just a secondary school teacher that rose to a principal, and my mother a civil servant with the Ministry of Works. But my father will always send us to good schools that pay very heavily. And I will see my father each time when he wants to pay our school fee, it will always mean like, emptying himself to pay our school fee. And my mother would tell us, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., go and wake your father and tell him thank you. That's when he will feel it. When we do that, you see my father sharing tears. My mother said once we do that, it gives him that encouragement to do more and send us to good schools. That is just the purpose of the 5 million endorsement rally. It is not campaign. We are just gathering to tell Mr. President, thank you for what you are doing for us, so that he may encourage Mr. President to do more. We want to see young people in government. We want to see young people given opportunity to excel in their businesses. We want to see young people excel in their different endeavor. The purpose of the 5 million endorsement rally is to tell Mr. President thank you, to encourage him to do more for us. Aristotle rightly said that man naturally is a political animal. So this presupposes the fact that once you are born into this world, you must do politics. Politics is not just about Nigerian government. Even in your family, there's politics. That's why we have the father who is the head of the family. Even within the family, you try to lobby. That's politics. And so, as a Nigerian, you cannot even be undecided on who to be your leader. We must all come together and participate. It is high time we started seeing politics as a serious business or adventure for everybody to key into. There's no need to be lackadaisical. There's no need to stay behind. We all have to come together. Whoever is our president, it must be that you contributed to that person. Whoever is your governor, it must be that you contributed to the person's emergence. Whoever is your senator, whoever is your House of Reps, whoever is your House of Assembly, whoever is your chairman, whoever is your councillor, you must make input on who becomes. This will give you opportunity to ask questions at the right time. No need of staying behind. Let's all get involved. Young people should dust their shoes, get involved, and do politics. Politics is now for intellectuals, for people with character, for people with content, for people with great disposition. Politics is not just a layman's business or an agbero business. It is a business for serious-minded people. Let's all get involved, and most importantly, support Mr. President for 2027 that he may finish strong.